Hello grade 8 students, how are you today? This is Ma'am Reina, your teacher in PE. On this third quarter, we will be discussing indoor recreational activities. Under this lesson, we will be talking about Scrabble. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to do the following. Discuss the nature and background of the game Scrabble. Explain the benefits that can be derived from playing Scrabble. Apply knowledge of rules and regulations, and strategies in playing Scrabble. Before we begin, let us have a word scramble game. Guess the word by unscrambling the letters. First word. A word game in which 2 to 4 players score points by forming words from individual lettered tiles on a game board marked by 15 by 15 grid. Correct. It's Scrabble. Next word. Game equipment consisting of flat thin piece marked with characters and used in board games like Mahjong and Scrabble. Well done. The word is tiles. Next, the act of playing a word on a board that stops the opponent from making a potentially large score. Correct again. The answer is blocking. Next term. A letter that will spell a new word when it is played with in the front or at the end already on the board. That is right. It's hook. Next, any wordplay that uses all 7 letters on the rack earning a bonus of 50 points. Great job! Bingo is the correct answer. Now let us discuss Scrabble. Scrabble is a word game in which 2 to 4 players score points by forming words from individual lettered tiles on a game board marked by 15 by 15 grid. This is an example of a Scrabble board. It has 15 by 15 grid with a star square at the center. Tiles. Game equipment consisting of flat thin piece marked with characters and used in board games like Mahjong and Scrabble. These are all we need in playing this game. Scrabble is recognized as an excellent means for increasing vocabulary and word power. It helps improve analytical skills and sharpens mathematical ability. The ability will develop more if you directly engage in the game with your family and friends. 10 benefits in playing Scrabble. Scrabble teaches you the vocabulary. It helps develop your intellectual abilities. Teaches you strategy. Encourages social cooperation and bonding. Helps improve your emotional well-being and personal confidence. Improves creativity. Develops concentration. Fosters learning through creative play. Helps boosts the immune system. And Scrabble makes you happy. Originally called Criss Cross, the game, which was based on the crossword puzzle and anagrams, was developed by Alfred M. Butts, an architect, in 1931. It was redesigned, renamed as Scrabble, and marketed by James Bruno in 1948. It was first sold in Great Britain in 1954. Setup of the game. Place all letter tiles in the pouch, or face down beside the board, and mix them up. Draw for the first play. The player with the letter closest to letter A plays first. A blank tile beats any letter. Return the letters to the pool and remix. All players draw 7 new letters each and place them in their racks. The first player combines 2 or more of his or her letters to form a word and places the word on the board to read either across or down with 1 letter on the center star square. This square has a double word score. This is the center star square. The first player can place a word either across or down with 1 letter on it. You can also see other squares with extra point values. Double letter score doubles the letter value. For example, for the word B, letter B has 3-point value, and it is on the double letter score. Now multiply 3 by 2 to double the score of the letter B. It is equals to 6. Then add the remaining letter value. E has 1 point. 6 plus 1 equals 7. The score of the word played is 7. Triple letter score triples the letter value. If the letter B for this word is placed here, multiply the letter value by 3. Then add the value of the remaining letter. Double word score doubles the points of the word played. If the same word is placed in this square, add the total point of the word and multiply it by 2. And triple word score triples the value of the word. Add the total point of the word and multiply it by 3. The extra point squares on the board can only be used one time. Let us have an example. The first player placed his first word crab. To compute his score, add the total point of each letter. Remember that the center star square has a double word score. Multiply the total points by 2. His score is 16. Remember that the first player can place a word either across or down. After placing his tiles, the player must draw an equal number from the bag to maintain the 7 tiles per player. The next player must connect his word using the existing letters on the board. Player 2 placed his letter by forming a word vice. Letter V has 4 points and it is on the triple letter score. Multiply the letter value by 3, then add the remaining numbers. Player 2's score is 17. Play continues in a clockwise direction around the Scrabble board. Any word that is found in the Standard English Dictionary can be used in the game. There are words that are not allowed in the game. This includes suffixes, prefixes, and abbreviation. Any word that requires a hyphen or apostrophe cannot be played in the game. Any word that requires the use of a capital letter. Now let us move on to the terms that we need to remember in playing Scrabble. Tiles. Game equipment consisting of flat thin piece marked with characters and used in board games like Mahjong and Scrabble. Each letter has a point value. J and X has 8 points. Q and Z has 10 points. Letters J, X, Q, and Z are called power tiles. Count tiles. It is done before and after the game to ensure there are 100 tiles. There should be a total of 100 pieces of tiles. Bingo. Any wordplay that uses all 7 letters on the rack earning a bonus of 50 points. Here is an example. There were 2 blank tiles assigned as O and G. All the 7 tiles of the player were used. Add 50 bonus points to the word score. Bingo. He got 57. If you own a blank tile that is being used for, you can take the blank tile back by substituting your tile for the blank on the board. Duplication. A term describes a rack that has more than one of a given letter. You may exchange your letters, but you cannot do anything on that turn. Double-double. A player makes a play with letters that cover 2 double word squares. This is an example. To get the double-double, you need to get the squares at that same time. A player now placed a new word, violent, covering the 2 double word score. Double the word score twice by multiplying the sum of the word score by 2 times. Double-double. Hook letter. Also known as hook. A letter that will spell a new word when it is played with in the front or at the end already on the board. An example is by putting letter G before the word rave. This player can make more than one word by placing the word egg. What will be his score? If your answer is 14, try again. He made 2 words at the same time, one score for egg, and another for grave. His total score for this turn is 16. Blocking. The act of playing a word on a board that stops the opponent from making a potentially large score. If you cannot have these triple words scored during your turn, think of a strategy, so others cannot have these triple words scored as well. Challenge. When a play is not acceptable, you can only use a dictionary when there is a challenge. Whenever there is a challenge, someone loses exactly 1 turn. If the word is not in the dictionary, the player loses their turn. If the word is allowed, the challenger loses their turn. Pass. A player may pass her turn by not exchanging tiles and not making a play on the board. End game. The portion of a Scrabble game when there are less than 7 tiles left to draw from the bag. When no one can make any more words, the game ends. Calculate each player's final score by adding up the points from all of their word scores. If there were unplayed letters, subtract it to their total points. If one player has used up all of their letters, add the sum of everyone else's unplayed letters to their score. The player with the highest score wins. There you have it. In the comments section, write at least one benefit in playing Scrabble. I will give you 20 seconds to type your answer. Now let us answer the next exercise. Grab a paper and pen, choose the best answer, and write the letters only. Great job! Impressive! You did well! After learning about Scrabble, you will now experience playing the game with your family and friends. If you don't have a Scrabble board at home, you may use the following smartphone app or any available platforms in the internet, using your personal computer or smartphone. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button if you learned something about Scrabble. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell. Once again, this is your teacher, Ma'am Raina. See you on our next episode. Have a nice day. Goodbye.